I'm still here in Missouri. I may or may not have to drop the transmission again. I may have gotten a faulty seal. That online deal might not have been a good deal at all. I think it's doing the same it did before I put that seal in. I think it's coming out of the seal or the bell housing just like before. Although it might be leaking just a little worse. I'm not sure yet. I'm going to let it set another hour or so and see if the puddle grows. So, hey Michelle, what's up? Oh, I'm just trying to figure out whether I'm going to have to drop the transmission again or not this week. If it's not super bad and whatnot, I'm probably not going to. Oh, I think I got a bad seal. I think them seals that Frankie bought were not good. Sometimes you buy things on the internet that's not. I mean, you can get a faulty seal no matter what. Even in an auto parts store, I reckon. I've got bad parts before. Hey, Big Stank. The shit part about it is I have to re-drop the transmission and everything. I have to redo everything I just did. Good part about that is everything's kind of, been loosened and everything, and I just done it, so it's all fresh in my memory, what I had to do to get where I'm at. But if I end up doing it, it will be here at Doug's, and it'll be on concrete, so I don't have to worry about ticks and bugs or anything like that, losing parts, losing nuts and bolts or anything. So, I'm thankful I got to Topeka. I'm thankful I got here. If I have to drop it down and go get another seal, like I got that rear one that wasn't the same one, I kicked myself in the ass for not buying a front one. But I'd already put that one in and figured out that it was good. Oh, I don't know how much I left on the way here, because it was a little overfilled and I didn't check it. What I did was I cleaned all underneath and put down poster board, white poster board, and I ran it for 10 minutes and I got about 20 drops. I'm going to say 20 to 30 drops maybe. From running it 10 minutes, and that's coming directly out of where the flywheel meets the it's coming out of the dust covers. I got a hole punched in the bottom. When I shut it off, it was still dripping, a drop here and then a drop there, but that could have been what was in the pan, I don't know. But I moved the poster board over, so now I can measure what drops out of it while it's shut off, if that makes sense. Hey Patrick, I don't do shine. The only thing I do, God makes. I don't do things that man makes. Alcohol and all that other crap, man makes that. I don't even smoke cigarettes, man makes them. I make what God, I consume what God makes. Oh, right on, Michelle. Hey, thank you for the prayers. Yeah, I only do herbage. I only do herbage. Yeah, I only do the herbs. Yep, I only do the herbs, man. If you need something stronger than pot, consider eating a mushroom. Speaking of cannabosum, that's Hebrew for marijuana. Marijuana in Hebrew is cannabosum, for those that don't know. And you want to go one farther? Go to the Hebrew Bible, which is wrote many years before the King James Version, right? And read the ingredients to the anointing oil. Yeah, game over, government. Cannabosum was in the anointing oil. It cost 250 shekels. Now, I'm not going to tell anybody they should smoke pot, but it is a God-given herb. It was used as an oil in the anointing oil. Man has no right to take it away from me. The Constitution I read says no man shall write any law that govern my religious belief. And my religious belief is what they preached me all my life. Christianity. Well, so-called Christianity. Yeah, L, right on. Yeah, edibles are but see, edibles don't do nothing for me. And, you know, I was a cigarette smoker 50 years. Damn near 50 years of my life. Yeah. And the good Lord took away the cravings, took everything away from me, and let me walk away from cocaine 20-some years ago, cigarettes and alcohol 6 years ago for cigarettes, and 5 years ago for alcohol. Other than a 2-week period I tried to fit in there at Awesome Possum, I was drinking beer. But yeah, with the help of the good, and only with the help of the good Lord above, I walked away from things that people say you can't, and I was bullshit. You gotta become control of your own mind and body. You got to. Cigarettes, they're the biggest mind F in the world. You know, for 2 years after not smoking, I still, when you walk to the store and you see one of them, we call them snipes, people, you know, be smoking, they butt it out and sit on the ledge and attend to pick it up on the way out. Or it might be, hey. Or it might be a store employee, you know, coming out, taking a smoke break and leaving it on the edge. But I would catch myself. You know, I'd see that. Why I even would notice, I don't know, old habits. But I'd see that and I'd actually start like walking towards it, and then I'd have to tell myself, damn, you don't even smoke no more. That's how big a mind thing. And it is. It's all mind over matter. And I figured out with a mind like mine, it don't matter. You ask the good Lord to help you, and you mean it in your heart, and you live that, He will do it. He will do it. Cocaine, tobacco, alcohol, and I don't miss none of them. I could use any one of them tomorrow, but why? Why? The good Lord let me walk away from them, and I could do any one of the three tomorrow, but why? I'd go against what I promised the man above if He'd let me walk away. So I'm going to keep my word on that. I'll, you know, you bring me a dump truck full of cocaine and the keys, I might slide. No, and they raise that every year. No, there's not that many chemicals at all in a cigarette. There's 200 different chemicals. See, it all started at 200. And just like they tell you nicotine is the addictive part in it. Nicotine is not the addicted part of tobacco. That's all bullshit. And nicotine isn't what's killing everybody in tobacco at all. Nicotine's in tomatoes. Look and research where nicotine is really at. There's a lot of stuff we can eat all the time. So a lot of this is bullshit. But they've approved 200 chemicals that they can put on the tobacco. Not necessarily there's 200 in it, but there's 200 different chemicals that is approved that they can put in on the tobacco, and different companies put in different amounts, this, that, the other, whatever. But it's from formaldehyde on. Yeah. And a lot of that depends on your tobacco that you buy, what chemicals they're using, and everything else. But see, they blamed everything on nicotine so nobody would look at the other shit. Nicotine's not the culprit. It's not the culprit at all. And it took me a while to learn all this stuff. But, yeah. Because I always thought before it was the nicotine. Nicotine. Nope. Them nicotine patches that work on some and not others, yeah, it's all in the mind. It's all in the mind. People think that patch is working, it's going to work. Then people don't believe or think that patch is going to work, or it ain't going to work. But yeah, there's a lot of studies coming out on the tobacco finally, and nicotine and stuff like that. And see, it's now like that in the cannabis, and people don't realize that. That's why I want to be able to grow my own. They've approved so many different chemicals that these people can use in growing their cannabis. You know what I mean? And people use it. Genetically modified seeds, guaranteed female, seed to flower, 90 days, all this other bullshit that they've came up with. Nah, man, give me the smoke back from the 70s and 80s. The good shit that we used to have, and you'd clean the seeds out, or you bought Cents a Million, which didn't have the seeds. But nowadays, not all dispensaries, I've got a couple favorites. I like Maggie Farms, and I like Mint, and I like what was that other one? Rocky Mountain. They're pretty cool. But you not all dispensaries are the same. There's some of them, like these big corporate ones, they're all for profit and stuff, and they don't give a shit what they sell. And a lot of that stuff they sell is nothing but garbage. Pure garbage. People say, I bought out of the dispensary, it's good, Nah. Yo, Big Stank, what's up? So that's why I'm really not enthused with a lot of the dispensary weed. But I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not picky. I'm pretty much smoke any bud that people will give me, OP's the best. Other people's. I'm in no means rich. I can't afford to put this journey on and buy pot too. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you're not lying. They do that. Absolutely. Monsanto's, yeah, absolutely. They hid your message. I didn't hide it. They did. What do you mean, baby live again? Hey, you were the one that wasn't here yesterday. Yeah. No, I did a baby live because, well, I talked to you Messenger on that. Me and you'll talk about that later if you want Messenger. It was time to get off the live. You know what I mean? Oh, in the world we're living in, man, it's crazy as hell. It's crazy as hell. Just like my idiot trolls. Man, they constantly harass me, sending me, see, you didn't do shit. You're not suing Topeka. You didn't do shit. You're not this, that, and the other. Man, and they have no idea how everything works. Topeka has 120 days. 120 days to get back to me whether they want to settle without going to court or not. These idiots don't know how tort claims and suing cities and stuff work. But yet they want to try and keep on aggravating and calling me liars and this, that, and the other almost every day. So for those that are wondering, you know, about the Topekas, I did tell y'all I was coming to file, you know, whatever. Yeah, they have up to 120 days to tell me, sue us, or whatever they're going to tell me. You know what I mean? Because you got to file a tort claim before you can file the actual lawsuit. I thought I mentioned that when I was coming up this way, or when I first found out. No, Big Steak, I'm not in Topeka. I'm not far from Topeka. I'm only 70 miles from Topeka. Well, it's going pretty good today. Here's what I found out. Hang on a minute. I'll tell you what I found out about the transmission. Did I sleep? Yeah, I slept all right. And breakfast, I had some ranch flavored Cheeto fries and some chicken. And some chicken. Yo, Will, I wiped down the transmission area this morning, right? And I ran it 10 minutes at a high idle. I ran it 10 minutes and I got approximately 20 drops. I'm just guesstimating. I could show you I'll show you the puddles in a minute. I got about what I'm estimating is 20 drops on and it all come from the hole in the dust cover. So it means it's coming out from the bell housing, you know, somewhere, the seal, whatever. When I shut it off, went under there to look, it was still a drop and a drop. And I moved it over just a little bit to see if it's dripping while it's shut off now, or how much it's dripped. Let me look at these couple messages and then we go look at that cardboard. Well, hello, Zach. Oh, I know they don't. I know they don't, Michelle. And hopefully they don't give a shit and just want to cut the check. I don't care. I'll settle for 10% of what I'm going to sue them for. Oh, yeah. We're probably going to get that rain they're talking about. Hey, you know what's funny? Right here, I was, last year, I was watching Cops when I was out there in Graham, Texas at the, I think that's when I was parked out the lake for that month or whatever. And I was watching Cops on YouTube, you know, older cops and stuff. And right here, this street I'm on, that building, and the cops raided and stuff. I just thought that was pretty funny. Yeah, I thought it was pretty funny. I called Doug and I'm like, yo, man, and he told me about it. Okay. Well, heck, I got two different leaks in. That one, this one is what's dripped in the last 15 minutes. out of right here, the bottom of the pan. This is what dripped on the side. I don't know. But there's where it dripped when it was running. About 20 drops or so. Huh. For those that may have not seen what we're doing here, the Kennebago. Oh, it looks like my white light's flashing in there. That's funny. That's funny how my white lights up there look like they're flashing. Sign the petition. Oh, it could be a lot worse, Michelle. I mean, actually, I don't think for 10 minutes running and just sitting there like that, I don't think that's much fluid at all. I mean, yeah, you shouldn't get none. But I mean, that isn't even a shot glass full of fluid altogether. Will, did you see that? You got any comments on that? Opinion, comment, concern there, Will? Anything? Or did I walk out there for nothing? You're not even here. That'd be funny. He left a... Not really funny, but... No, but it sucks. What's that mean? What do you mean, no, but it sucks? I mean, that's not really that bad, right? But here's the whole thing. I can go every 150 miles and check it, or, you know, drive today and check it and add fluid as needed. Or I do have a place now on concrete and stuff that if I'm going to ask Doug to look at it too, with, you know, on the when he gets back, because if it's bad enough, I might as well just go ahead and drop it down here and put another seal in it. Because I'm pretty sure he'll let me, you know, park in his driveway and drop, well, where we work on the jet skis and stuff. Because there's no jet skis or nothing here no more. Oh, I know it sucks that it's leaking oil. But the question is, what do you think the chances are of it getting worse? Or, I mean, I know it's not going to get better. But should I worry about it and drop it down right now and go get another seal and put in there? Doug says that that it ain't a pump seal. Now how much each of y'all know about transmissions, I don't know. You seem to know, well, you know more than I do about them. And Doug seems to know a lot about the 400. I mean, he's told me just about everything about it now. So, if it's something that I could just babysit and not worry about, every tank of gas, put a quart of tranny fluid in, I can do that. I can do that. And it'd be a heck of a lot better than having to drop that damn transmission out again and all. You know what I mean? See, I don't know. He was telling me something about there's not two pumps in a 400. There's only one, and it pumps from the front to the back, or I don't know. Like I say, he was, I don't know. I don't know if he's worked on them. Has had. I don't know. Ask Doug. I'm not gonna pretend nothing. Ask Doug. Oh, Dougie Doug. Oh, he's out on repo. I know where he's at. Oh, yeah, right. Nah. Yeah. Yes and no. I mean, if I absolutely needed Doug to climb underneath there and help me, he would. He's a good brother. He's a good friend. He would. But he also knows I wouldn't ask him. And I wouldn't, if I got one more jack, which I'm sure there's one around here, I can do it easily by myself. Doing it with the one jack and stuff and on ground and everything, real hard. One person, two jacks and stuff, total different story, concrete level. You don't have to put wood under the jack and all that. Yeah. It would be twice as easy doing it here than it was at Chuck Edge. Because number one, everything's already been loosened, and the road dirt, all that, anything you've just taken apart and put back together is easy to take apart again. So it'd be, about half as bad this time, especially with two jacks. Oh, I hear you. Well, I may discuss with Doug doing just that, putting it on his pad and dropping the tranny down. Heck, do the pump seal just for shits and giggles. It can't be that much. You know what I mean? It can't be all that much. So probably should do the pump seal and then, do the main seal and kill both with one stone. That's probably what I should have done anyway. But we live and we learn. It's just if I thought I could get away with it, I wouldn't worry about it. Because once I get to DC and then back to Florida, another, say, 6,000 miles, I don't plan on driving her no more. I think she's going to be retired, you know? So if I knew I could say, let's say, get 10,000 more miles out of her, I wouldn't bother doing it. Yeah, that'd be true too. Yeah. Oh wow, right on, Michelle. Yeah, the what if factor. Yeah, what if I get 10 miles down the road and the seal fails, Yeah, you're right. Right on, Michelle. Yeah, well, 2 good days of weather. Um, 2 good days of weather. I should be able to do it. Um, you know, if I decide to do it and everything, yeah. Hang on. What was that? Oh. Yeah. Yeah, I'll talk to Doug. If I decide to do it and everything, which is a very strong possibility, I should have her up and running by next Monday, which that's okay with me. Um, I could go do Joplin Tuesday, Wednesday, and then jump down into Arkansas and do a place Thursday, Friday, or Friday, Saturday that I want to stop. So it can all work out. So that's probably what I'll do. I'm pretty sure that Doug's going to tell me I need, just like you will, and my other friend, that it's best to just go ahead and get her done, than to try and run it. I think you and Big Stank are right. I should probably just go ahead and do it here. Very, very, very little. I can use all I can get. I've got very, very. Oh, you mean as in smoke? Yeah, I've got a couple little nugs. A couple little nugs. And I do have the green to cover the seals, so no big deal there. It's just damn. I don't want to lose a couple gallons of transmission fluid again. Might have to find me a drain pan and drop it to where I drain most of it. If you drop it down and tilt it up, it'll come out of the back seal. Won't it, Will? Because when I dropped her down and took her out, as soon as I tipped it down, I mean, that fluid gushed out the back end. So I'm sure some of the fluid can come out the back when it's tilted. So how do you drain yours, Will? Do you drain them out at all before you take them out, or you just try and keep it level the whole time? With 2 jacks, I can keep it level and not have to worry about it. I'm not even, yeah, because I mean, I've dropped them out and haven't, lost more than a pint of fluid, so. Well, see, I don't like loosening the corner, and then one of the pan leaks. One of the pan leaks. I think I'll be able to just drop it down straight. That's my hopes. Oh, and I got some not so green. This is not so green. This is from some blunts. Yeah, these are some blunts that were unwrapped. It's cannabis that had a cigar wrapped around it, But, yeah. Repoed a car yesterday that had, I don't know, about a dozen blunt roaches in it. Yeah, as long as I can keep it level, I ought to be able to just drop her down. No, he's gonna give it a couple of days. He's gonna give it a couple of days, so she's not really. Which I don't blame him. Why burn fuel and chase someone? They're gonna park and hide and this, that, and the other. Give it a day or two, and he's after some bigger money car right now. The cars he's after now pay 100 or 200 more, whatever. But he's after bigger money right now. He's going to get that one, but he's got to get the bigger money ones first. See, those he don't worry about because they have GPS on them and everything. They can actually shut the car down if they want to. The car lot, whatever, if they observe it and it's parked, because you don't want to shut it down while it's going down the road and cause an accident or nothing. But it does have an ability for them to kill the car. So, like, if Doug finds it again, and it's parked, all he's got to do is contact the service and tell them to kill the ignition of the car, disable it, and so he's not worried about it. That one's got that GPS shit on it, so that's kind of like low on the totem pole. He knows he'll get that one. You heard him. I heard him there. He said, "Lady, I'm going to get your car." It may not be that, but I'm going to get your car. Heck, that white one we did, that it was supposed to be a one that I was supposed to drive for him. But instead, it was a wrecked one. They tried to pull a scam. Got in an accident. Had a tow. Guy just dropped it off from some lady's house. She didn't, where we picked it up, she didn't know nothing about it. Said a tow truck dropped it off there and stuff. Anyhow, it was reported stolen yesterday evening. Sad thing is, the repo and stuff was done before, like we getting it and everything, was done before she reported it stolen. So, I think that's going to go to fraud or something. I'm not sure. Probably. Oh heck, Michelle, I only accept count from people I know. From people I know. But no, them roaches, the blunt roaches, that I don't think them from fentanyl. Nope. Because if those were from fentanyl, they would have already been dead, and they wouldn't have been that many, roaches there. Yeah. No, that was somebody's personal ashtray full of roaches. Um, and I guess they didn't figure they was going to get in an accident and have to leave the car and claim it was stolen and all. Well, heck, 41 minutes has gone by. Wow. Good lunch so far. Hang on. Yeah. What do you mean, baby live? I'm not going nowhere. I was kind of like, wow, I'm impressed. 40 minutes has went by. Are you going somewhere? I didn't say I was leaving. Yeah, well, see, that's what I figure. If they smoked that whole cigar down, because these were big, big, big blunts. Not the small ones people, get the little wraps for. These were full cigars that someone cut open and, put a fucking an eighth in each one, because they were big old roaches. I wouldn't have messed with just the regular ones. And I figured, hell, if they smoked it down to that size roach, and they weren't bodies, well, how'd they smoke a second one or a third one, or yeah. But that's why I really think. Oh, when I do a short one, like yesterday evening was only like 20 minutes, 25 minutes or something. Him and Doug, they call them baby lives. I'll be doing a live. Sometimes they go an hour, 2 hours. I think 2.5, maybe 3 hours has been the longest. But yeah, anytime it's under an hour or so, they're like baby live, baby live. I was just commenting that it's already 41 minutes went by. Hey, I understand, Michelle. And it's not new. I mean, they did this shit back in the day. The government sprayed pot with paraquat, killed people. And then someone got the idea of liquefying animal tranquilizer, PCP, and they'd hang up buds of pot, and when it dried, you'd be smoking PCP. Thankfully, they moved that off of the bud and started putting it on Sherman cigars. Back in the day, there's cigars look like cigarettes, but they are cigars. They were brown, the paper, and they were called Sherman cigars. And if you wanted any PCP, you just asked, where's the Sherm? Anybody got any Sherm, like it's in Sherman cigar? And they take a regular Sherman cigar and they wet it, they hang them up and just spray it on the paper and whatnot. When it dries, they cut it in quarters, and for every cigarette, they made 4. And then they would sell that chunk of Sherm for $10 or whatever. So that's why it's important that we be able to grow our own, know where it's coming from. If we want to do like George Washington and Thomas Jefferson, let's say me and Big Stank are neighbors, and I want to grow pot, he wants to grow pot, and we want to trade seeds and plants and stuff. There shouldn't be nothing wrong with that. George Washington, Thomas Jefferson did it back in the day. See? That's where cannabis should be right now. Not illegal, not in dispensaries, nothing like that. Nope. But it is the way it is, and the control, that's our government. We live we're in a prison without bars. They've never taken away slavery. We're all slaves of the government. Oh, the book. Cool. They're destroying my back wall. Oh, heck. They're destroying the back wall. Look at them. Both sprawled out. Sleeping. Look how fat they're getting. They're getting fat. Oh, goodness sakes. So, once again, we may pause the mission for a week. It won't be the worst thing to happen. Well, hopefully that'd be the worst thing that happens the rest of the trip. Oh, the Roman Empire never died. Just like, see, we're not under American rule, okay? Here's the biggest mind blow and screwy thing in the mind. Absolutely right, Michelle. Here's the big screwy thing in the mind. We're under British rule. The United States has been under British rule. Why do you think they call it Washington, D.C.? It's the District of Columbia. Nothing to do with the United States of America. We were sold out, getting away, but when they did the birth certificates, the maritime law and everything, just like the justice system, just us. Who is just us? Everybody associated with arresting people and bringing them into the system, correction officers, all these things, and anybody that's a member of the Bar Association. Can any of y'all tell me what BAR stands for? You know, all lawyers, judges, and stuff have to be a member of what? The Bar Association. Which one of y'all can tell me what, without going to Google or nothing, what does BAR stand for? No cheating to Google. I've never tried Googling it. They may even lie, so I don't know. I know what it stands for. Just like for many, many years, I've seen a BP gas station. Back when I was young and all. Oh, BP, cool, you know, like Sinclair, the dinosaur and all. And I'd always BP, BP. And it took, I mean, it'd been many years ago, but I finally found out what the BP stood for. British Petroleum. Now, DC is District of Columbia, and everybody is a member of the Bar Association. Absolutely. But what does BAR stand for? British Attorney Registration. Think about that one. Let that one sink in next time you go to court. You need to learn your rights, people. Everybody on this planet, in the United States especially, need to learn your rights and stuff. We can change, we can stop all this. And you see how corrupt some of these judges are turning and stuff? They've always been that way. Yeah, I'm going to get my day in court here in Topeka, Kansas. And them two lady judges that wouldn't give me a restraining order just because of my name or because I was a guy. Yeah, just like the cops not respecting my name and wouldn't put on the report and stuff. I ain't putting up with that shit. They ain't put that British attorney bullshit up their ass. We gonna get this to a real court. I ain't part of their damn, you know. I learned my rights. But it's British Attorney Registration. And that's why everybody has to pass the bar. And you have to join and you pay your dues and all. And if you don't do like the bar says and all, you lose your attorney license. You can't be attorney no more or nothing. Yeah, just us. Absolutely. Absolutely. It'd be funny as hell if the city of Topeka paid my tort claim or offered a settlement instead of, you know, wanting to go to court. That'd be funnier than hell. I'd tell them right now, I'll take 10%. I'll just take 10%. Goodness. Guess I'm going to need to make them a pan of dog food here in a little bit. They're getting so big. Well, what else should we talk about? I don't know what to talk about. All the puppies are sleeping, so I can't even grab a puppy. All 8 of them are just like out. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, one heard about them. Yep. One said, who are you talking about? One said, I'm up. Huh? Yeah, he was up. He's a mellow one too. He likes to fight. He fights some of his brothers and sisters. Don't you? Huh. Little babies. They're getting pretty doggone big, aren't they? Getting pretty big already. They're getting pretty big. You get pretty big, huh? You ain't got a fat butt like the other ones, though. You ain't got a real fat butt like some. You're normal. Huh. Say, what's normal? Goodness sakes. Goodness sakes. Oh. You go back in there and go sleep. I'm surprised the girl didn't come over. I'm surprised the girl didn't come over because she's seen me. Anybody doing any meat? I don't know. I don't know anybody that does any meat smoking. There's the girl. There's the girl. There's the girl. There's the girl. Huh. Say hi. Say hey. Yeah. Look at that cute face. Look at that cute face. I'm going to put a sign on this one that says wide load. Ain't my girl. You and your brother ain't neither one missed a meal. Nah. He's a sweetheart. Oh, goodness. Well, about time for me to get out of here. Feed the pups their food. Oh, I gotta show you this one. I love it. My girls know how to relax. The others are just in a ball fighting and stuff. Well, anybody got any questions, comments, or concerns before I get out of here? I actually made it an hour. Good Lord willing and the creek don't rise, I'll be back tonight at 7 on YouTube and tomorrow at noon. You can catch me on Facebook at 4:20 today. Saying good Lord willing the creek don't rise. I'll probably know at 7 o'clock what my plans are for the week. Either move on down the road or re-tackle the seal I'll probably know on this evening's YouTube. I'll make that decision by then. Main thing, please don't forget to sign the petition. Sign the petition at 420jim.com. Nobody belongs in jail for weed. Peace, love, and cannabis for all. One team, one dream, united we stand, and if we try, folks, we can all get along. My dogs love you. I love you. Jesus loves you. Have a wonderful day. Hope to see y'all this evening or tomorrow. Peace out.